Hi guys, and welcome back to 101 with Frank Pinson. I told you we have a show that you don't want to miss. We have my long-term neighbor right here and a guy who is no longer a rookie to the city council, Councilman Goodlett. How are you, sir?
Thank you for having me here.
Appreciate you coming. So let's jump right into this thing. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where'd you grow up and what high school?
Well, I grew up, born and raised here in Dalton. Went to Dalton High School. Product of Rome Street, Morris Street, Fort Hill, and the original Dalton Junior High.
The junior high, that's right.
Born and raised, Catamount for life.
So
class of 95.
Class of 95. So I'm coming up in 95, those 90s era, that was a special class right there. What teacher stood out to you that kind of impacted you the most?
I'll say every teacher I ever had, from kindergarten all the way up. Everybody had a impact on my life, and even your dad as my scout leader, very, very impactful in my life.
Yeah, those were the days right there. I still remember those pictures. I was like the mascot, something like that. Yeah.
We always would say Frankie was the mascot.
The mascot, that's it.
Every time we went somewhere, you was with us.
Right there with you guys. So so let's talk about that. Growing up on Wall Street, now MLK, can you give the people an inside view of how it was with me growing up right there?
Well, you know, one of the times that Frankie came outside and I was like, what's going on over across the street? You had the Cisco hair going on, and little did I know you was influencing my little brother, so he turns around and dyes his hair.
Yeah,
so,
shout out to T-Mac right there. Yeah,
it was very lovely neighborhood. You know, we always looked out for each other, and you know, then we all went to church together, right in my backyard, basically.
That's it. Walk through the cut right there.
Yes.
So let's talk about some of your previous roles before you took on your main role now. So can you talk about some of the titles that you hold?
Well, I work at the Dixie Group, and I'm in the marketing and merchandising department. I've been there going on 12 years. I also work with Boy Scouts. I got a nonprofit called Hope. Me and my wife, we also teach English classes, and we also tutor kids. It's nonstop.
Nonstop right there. So you definitely are a pillar in our community. So can you talk a little bit about Rockbridge and how you're involved with the youth there as well?
Yes, me and my wife are both work with the youth. She actually teaches 3-year-old class, and I do children's check-in. So I love it there. I love, you know, meeting people and interacting with the kids and stuff like that. So
congratulations on becoming city councilman. That right there was huge. I actually remember this. You can find this picture, guys, on the city. You know, I did my research. Just go to the city's website. You'll see that handsome man right there representing for us. So can you talk about, that was what, January of 2016 is that? So like I say, congratulations on that. That is pretty huge. So can you talk about some of the services that you provide as a councilman?
Well, I am from the district of Ward 3, but we serve the city as a whole, not just any certain district. Basically, I think the districts, on my personal opinion, the district is just to have a person represent out of each one, but when it comes down to it, we work for the whole city.
As a whole, okay. So can you break down where Ward 3 comes from? Can you give us kind of a parameter of the streets of where that is?
It's a weird type ward, but I would say the south side of Underwood to the north side of Walnut Avenue on the east side of town, and then it actually comes over, and my ward actually converges all the way over on Castle by Dalton High.
By Dalton High.
I get the cemetery and everything.
Man, so I know your phone is ringing. So with that area there, so can you talk about, so for some of the kids who are looking up to you, who may want to grow up to get into this politics, can you talk a little bit, don't go all the way in, but can you talk a little bit about some of the phone calls you get and what it is that they need service on?
I mean, some of the calls or as my son would say, I'm not going to the store with you anymore because it takes us an hour just to get a gallon of milk. Yeah. But some things could be even school board related, where I have to, you know, you give them the courtesy of listening, and then you inform them that that's not has anything to do with city council. So I mean, from that to garbage cans to, you know, just rubbish being picked up on side of the street.
Yes.
So, I mean, different things.
Okay, so I'm glad I got a little bit to know about that. So can you talk about, this year has like blown by. Can you talk about what you've learned so far, some of the things that just jump out to you that you learned?
I say I have learned so much. Like my first year, I had to be like a sponge, and just listen and take it all in to just know how to handle situations, because no situation is ever the same.
And it's not all easy. It's all complicated.
Believe me, it's a lot of work that I would not take it back for nothing in this world. I enjoy it. I feel like this is, out of all the things that I do with passion, and this right here was a way that I knew I could make a difference in the community.
So it's not as easy as someone calling and you saying, okay, we'll get that fixed for you. It's not as easy as that. No. Okay, so it is a process.
It's a process. You have different department heads that you go through, and they make sure that you never just want to step over somebody, especially when they are experts at what they do. So
talking about that, some of the things that are thrown your way, what is it, the housing department?
I'm on the Housing Authority Board. I'm on the Recreation Board. I'm also on the Downtown Development Board, and I'm also on Public Works Board. Okay, so guys, you heard it from his mouth. Call him on those three things right there.
God just set you up right there. So, like I say, I commend you. I take my hat off to you for even just wanting to serve on this type of level for our community growing up, for the people that raised us, so just doing that. So I take my hat off to you for that. So I know you love your job. So how does your job influence the youth? I see here, other than a councilman, what is this right here you have going on?
That is my Cub Scout pack 218. We meet every Tuesday at the community center, and kids, I mean, my son is in Scouts, and actually, Scouts are for boys, but also most of my kids have brothers, sisters, and a lot of my kids come from impoverished kids. So we just take them all in. My daughter is basically with us, any brothers or sisters, and basically it's going to become a youth group. That way we can incorporate girls. Some kids, when they turn 15, they don't want anything to do with Scouts. So we're just going to try to mentor the youth, and that's what we need, more kids to have positive influences around the city.
So you need more mentors as well. That's good. Okay, exactly. So how can people contact you if they're interested in doing something like that?
Well, they can reach me on my email address at tgoodlett@cityofdalton-ga.gov, or they can reach me at 706-264 4918. Sorry, I'm not used to that.
So that's it right there. So I know that you're involved in all these different things we just spoke about, but I know you have a support system that you always go to, and it just fill you back up, just like at the gas station. You want to give these people here a shout out? Who is that you got right here?
That's my wife of going on 13 years, Anna, my son, Junior, Andre, and my daughter, Camilla, which is, she runs the household.
She runs the household.
She'll be 7 this week.
Okay, man. So that's good. So, talking to the youth, any words of motivation to them who are watching today?
Shoot for the stars. Don't settle, and always follow your dreams. Always.
Man,
it's always possible.
Man, that's good stuff. So I thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And I know as well as me, but everyone here who is watching today, we wish you the best of luck. So quick question before you go. How did you even think about running for councilman? What was you thinking? Was it a nightmare?
Leadership Dalton.
Leadership
Dalton gave me the bug.
They gave you the bug.
And it bit me and took off.
There you are. All right, so thank you for coming once again.
Thank you for having me.
So guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.